So hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you a really new cool idea video. This one I've been working on for a while, and it's quite long. This one's going to be very long. I feel like it's going to be longer than the Destination Springfield ones, because I've got a lot to get through. I think this event really could work. However, the one problem I find is I really want Itchy and Scratchy to be added with like a Krusty Land, like a new vamped up Krusty Land, like a Krusty Land 2. I want them to do that, and I want them to add all the Itchy and Scratchy Land stuff, and it'd be perfect for Itchy and Scratchy to be added there. However, this would work too. I would just prefer it if they were added in Itchy and Scratchy Land, but I think this event could work too. So let's get into it. So basically, this event is going to be based around, of course, the Itchy and Scratchy show, all the different characters from the show, different buildings and decorations from the show. Basically, we're bringing the show to life. And yeah, let's go. So first of all, it's going to basically start off with us getting this. So this is going to be the crafting building. It's called Itchy's Glass Blowing. This is where we're going to be able to craft stuff. And this actually will come with Itchy, and we'll unlock Itchy literally straight away. Will be the first thing we will unlock, first character we unlock, and he's going to be there forever, like, like everyone's going to get Itchy, basically. So that's pretty cool. And then we have BizFad. This will be unlocked soon as well. Basically, this building, you send characters to review the cartoons. So yeah, you send the characters to BizFad, which obviously it's a parody of BuzzFeed. But yeah, you send the characters there, and then they all do their reviews. And then, I know BuzzFeed doesn't exactly do reviews, but, well, I think they do some. But yeah, whatever. I think it works. And then we're also going to get, eventually, we actually get the Killing Machine through tasks. You can place this, and this is actually going to be a mini-game. So anyway, I'll show you that minigame in a second. So the quest line basically is you tap Springfielders to collect their reviews. So basically, yeah, the Simpsons family, so everyone in the Simpsons family category, and including Mona as well, because I know she's not in the category, basically they will actually produce one every 2 minutes, and then all the other characters will produce like one like every hour, so like a review every hour. But you get, from the actual Simpsons family members, as long as they're not doing a task, then you'll get the reviews every minute, like one review every minute. If they're doing a task, then when you complete the task, you'll get all the reviews, like sort of collected, I guess, maybe. I don't know, something like that. Or maybe it's so, like, they only stack up to a certain degree, so maybe they only stack up to 5, for example, so you can only collect 5 from The Simpsons. So, in other words, if you want to collect them every minute, then you have to stay in your account every minute. And, that's kind of like a reward thing, because if you were to do that, then you'd earn the prizes way quicker. But whatever. So Lisa says she misses Itchy and Scratchy and asks Krusty if they can relaunch it. Krusty launches Itchy and Scratchy, but says that they won't survive without the fans' reviews. So yeah, that's where you build BizFad. You send the fans to demand more Itchy and Scratchy. Eventually Krusty agrees to ask and asks to build the glass factory, unlock Itchy. Basically, he goes to kill Scratchy, but he can't find him because he's not there. So he goes to hunt for him. So the whole event's going to revolve around Itchy trying to find Scratchy to kill him, basically. And that's going to be the whole thing, a little bit like the Radioactive Man event, where Radioactive Man was of course, gone, and they needed a Radioactive Man, but he was already gone. It's going to be sort of like that. But anyway, moving on. So this is the crafting, and I think the mini game comes after this, but so there's a lot of crafting items, so let's just go through them. So first of all, we have the bomb, the kind of stereotypical bomb. I think this one's really cool and really necessary, so I'm pretty happy for that. We've got the taxi with the little bear in it, maybe that would be cool as a decoration. This kind of space machine that grabs Scratchy, I don't know, they could add that as well, maybe. We pay your pet 75 sign, they do that. The bee hives, there's a swing set there. I don't know if they could maybe add a different swing set. Oh, sugar, actually, that reminds me of a task, but oh well, I forgot. But just to remind you later, there's a task with Scratchy and his son that it will be swing on the swing. The factory, fireworks factory sign, the acid bottle, as you can see here. I'm just going to try and, as you can see, there's also a chainsaw there. There's Scratchy's skull. There's this kind of like police bike, which would be cool. This house, which is actually, I think this is, I'm just going to call it, Scratchy's house. And then all these kind of buildings, all these kind of like funky retro buildings. Just them to be crafted, just a few of them would be kind of cool. I'd be happy with that. Just a few of them, just to place in our kind of mini Itchy and Scratchy world that we could make. We have a grinder here, a meat grinder, pretty cool. A beach hut. With the palm tree, maybe. Again, another cooler. We have Itchy and Scratchy's beds. So just 2 beds together that you can place down. And we have the explosive football. There's actually a bomb in this football. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Some more crafting, I know there's a load of crafting. I think there's probably a bit too much crafting, but whatever. The rocket, we have an ambulance, we have the combine harvester, we have this really ugly looking plane, we have the well, we have the finish line, we have the bank truck or whatever, the money truck or something. The time machine, which is pretty cool. We have this, which I think could be a decoration, which is the, like, what you call it? Tightrope? Yeah. Just this could be a decoration. It's kind of like just boarded off. It doesn't have to be a building. We have the airport. I think they could maybe make like just a little mini airport with the plane in there. I don't know, just a little mini one. I think that would be kind of cool. And then here we of course have another little house there. I don't know. There's a few of these like little kind of generic houses that they could just add in the game just to complete, just so we've actually got everything. But there you go. But a lot of those things they can probably ditch a few of these things. I know they can, but I definitely want stuff like the bomb and the chainsaw. I don't know why, and the acid bowl and the skull. They're just kind of like iconic to Itchy and Scratchy. Anyway, so this is the mini game. So I'll explain this. So basically, with the kill machine, when you tap it, you send characters to actually kill mini Scratchies. There's loads of mini Scratchies around, I guess, but they're in the killer machine. But you tap that, and basically you can use these characters. So you'll be able to use Bart, Lisa, Radioactive Man if you have him, and he'll obviously return for you to buy if you don't already have him. I know it's not completely related, but hey ho, it's fiction. You know, it's fiction within fiction, as I like to call it. You get Itchy. He'll be able to fight. We have Roger Myers Sr. He'll be able to fight when you unlock him. Poochie, when you unlock him, he can fight. And then also Scratchy, obviously near to the end of the event, but he will be able to fight as well. And all the other characters as well that you unlock, I just couldn't be arsed putting them all in here, but basically, yeah, all the characters you would unlock in this event, you basically send to fight mini Scratchies, and you obviously pick 3 fighters. And maybe you can, yeah, and also you obviously level up your characters as well. Again, a lot like the music event, where you level up your musicians. So anyway, let's look at the Act 1 store, because we need to get into this. So first of all, we're going to get Roger Myers Sr. is going to be in the store straight away for 90 donuts. He's going to be a limited time, but yeah, you can get him. Really, really cool. Of course, he is the guy who's originally came up with Itchy and Scratchy. He's the founder, if you want. He's the, he's the Walt Disney, basically. So that'd be cool. We have Binjo, the cinema, for 50 donuts. Pretty cool. Obviously, it's in black and white. I don't know if they would put it in black and white. We have Booze for 35 donuts. I know they're background buildings, but hey ho, I just thought I'd complete it all and put in everything. So yeah, that's there. The moon for 70 donuts. This would be awesome. Just sits on the ground, or maybe it could like be like one of those things that floats in the air, but like has like a little, like a little tile block, but that you place down and it floats in the air. Yeah, it could be like that. That'd actually be better. Yeah, the moon. The Ace falling safes. So this is just a building with a big window in it where there's a bunch of safes piled up. And there'll be a task here, but yeah, 50 donuts for that. And then Itchy Jr. For 75 donuts. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, you get that's basically what it. And he'll unlock maybe like near to the end of Act 1, and he'll only be there for a few days or something like that. Anyway, we have the Act 1 prize track. So first of all, we have the stadium. The sports stadium, or whatever you want to call it, the Olympic stadium, it doesn't really matter. Basically, this is, of course, a big stadium where Itchy and Scratchy do some games, and I think Scratchy runs like a 400 meters or something like that. We have the hospital here. There's a few hospitals in this, so there's a few that they can add, but here's one anyway they can add. This is the the Itchy killing machine is what I'm going to call it. So basically this is what Scratchy makes up to finally defeat Itchy, and of course, if you guys remember from that episode, the one of the nerds plugs out the TV, and Bart and Lisa don't get to see what happens. So that was pretty funny. So they can add this device. We have US Mint, which is basically a bank. It does sort of pan down, but obviously I can't get it. Go and get the full picture. But yeah, that's there. They can give us that, the bank. We have Poochie's bike as the second to last prize. Really, really cool. So, of course, makes sense for Poochie. And then finally, we got the Fireworks Factory with Poochie. So, of course, Poochie is a really, really cool character. And I know that a lot of the characters in this aren't really great. The 3 most solid characters from this event would be Itchy, Scratchy, and Poochie. They'd be the 3, the solid ones. The rest of some of them are like blink and you miss it characters, and I do agree that they are. But hey, they need to add more characters, so I had to improvise. And the others are just not really that important. They're just there, like Roger Myers Sr. for example. Like he's just there, but he's not really important. Anyway, moving on. There's actually going to be the mini game prize track. So when you do the mini game, which I showed just here. Basically, you unlock like every time you beat a mini Scratchy, you get one more. Every mini Scratchy you do, you unlock. So say like this one, you need to defeat 10 mini Scratchies here. So you get Scratchy's Grave, and then you defeat another 10 or another 20, and you get this big sit and rotate looking thing. And then you win another one, you get the hospital, and then the final prize is Scratchy's heart. Ah, so they found Scratchy's heart, but they don't find Scratchy. So this is going to be a non-playable guy, a little heart that just runs around. It'd be pretty cool, pretty cute, pretty funny. Anyway, moving on. Act 2 store. So first of all, we have the orphanages for 60 donuts, with the courthouse for another 60 donuts. We have this treadmill machine for 15 donuts. Pretty cool. The referee zebra for 75 donuts. And I know it's a blink and you miss it character. I don't care. Temple with Master Cat. Master Cat isn't really a blink and a miss it, because this one was like a 5-minute Itchy and Scratchy episode or something like that. It was like 4 minutes anyway, and he was like a prominent thing, so he wasn't completely a blink and you miss it. So 150 dollars, you get this big temple with the Master Cat. He's got a full set of tasks, and you have this alien temple with the little alien Itchies, just decorations, just standing there with the bath for 40 donuts. It's a pretty freaky looking thing. I think it'd be funny. And then Act 2 price, so this is the price, so that's all the store. Then we have the price track. So first of all, we have this mall. It's really plain looking, I know, but whatever. There you go. We have this death machine with Itchy and Scratchy, so that's pretty cool. It looks a lot like the Agent Blunt one, I guess, but whatever. We have Find Furs, which is, of course, a building that sells furs. So there you go. Pretty cool. We have the washing machine store. Now this is from one of the black and white episodes, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if they could make it in black and white. It would be kind of funny if it was in black and white, I guess. We have the old folks home, another price track, pretty cool. Of course, it sort of pans. All the buildings are like pans. So you see the sign and it pans down to look at the bottom of the building. It's really annoying because I can't get a proper picture. And then the final prize is June Bellamy, and you're probably saying, who the heck's that? Well, this is the woman who actually voices both Itchy and Scratchy. Obviously not in real life. She voices it in, like, she's the character, the actor in the TV show who voices the fictional characters. She's a fictional character who voices fictional characters, alright? That's what she is. Anyway, moving on. So, of course, there's going to be Act 2. You get some new prizes. So, we have this Chinese store. They could just call it Chinese store or something like that. I don't know what it's called, but there you go. You have the baseball stadium, pretty cool. I don't know how they can make that. I know the image is blurry, but they could do something. We have the rocket, which is pretty cool. Just a rocket sitting next to the launch scaffolding pad thing. And then the final prize is a cow. This cow actually is the thing that Scratchy milks, and I don't fully remember actually. But whatever, it was a part of some elaborate way Itchy kills Scratchy. So anyway, that cow is basically just a non-playable again, another non-playable that's just gonna moo and walk around. And then Gilsdeal, there's gonna be a Gilsdeal. I thought I'd take a break to give you a Gilsdeal. So this Gilsdeal is gonna actually be the Steamboat with Steamboat Itchy, or the 1920s Itchy, if you want to call him, for 120 donuts. Of course, this is going to be a costume for Itchy. I don't think Scratchy should get one. I just think it'd be a bit weird if Scratchy got one as well. But Itchy definitely gets one, because of course it's a whole Mickey Mouse parody. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I definitely want this boat so you can place it in the sea. It'd be awesome. 120 donuts. Moving on, Act 3 store. So first of all, we have this Thanksgiving raft, which actually could, of course, return for Thanksgiving, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, 20 donuts for that. Or they could bring it into Thanksgiving. And maybe if they were to tie this event somehow into Thanksgiving. Actually, they couldn't do that because, of course, Halloween, but whatever. I don't know. They could tie it back with Thanksgiving, I guess, if they re-added this. We have the Tycoon Convention for 70 donuts, this sort of big archway looking thing. We have Mickey Mouse for 45 donuts, pretty funny thing. We have Dr. Itchy's Feline Cathologist or whatever, 40 donuts. We have USS Unsinkable with Lieutenant Bulldog for 140 donuts. Again, another pretty blink and you miss it character, but who cares? I think he looks awesome. Look at him. For 150 donuts. Actually, he had a pretty prominent role in the skit. And then Scratchy Jr. and Mrs. Scratchy for 140 donuts, just to complete the families, really. You may as well just add the family members in. Mrs. Scratchy, to be honest, has appeared in quite a few, so she's actually pretty relevant, I'd say, to add. Scratchy Jr. has only appeared in one, I'm pretty sure, but whatever. Mrs. Scratchy's definitely pretty prominent anyway. So yeah, moving on. So, of course, Act 3, we have the I'm just going to call it, I don't know what to call this, Itchy's family home, I guess, would actually be the best. So, basically, this is the home that Itchy buys, and, of course, it's a parody of Up. Basically, they buy a abandoned home, and they build it together, and then his wife dies when he gets old, and it's all sad. We have this barn for another prize, pretty cool-looking barn. We have a motel. Again, pretty cool looking. We have the Hall of Shame, which of course is where Scratchy's decapitated head ends up, so pretty funny thing. We have Scratchy's car here, of course, pretty cool. And then the final prize, just before you get this prize, there'll actually be a task and you won't be able to unlock this prize until you've actually completed the task, and that's Itchy to find the final solution. So you'll send Itchy to find the final solution, and then he says, "Sugar, we can just clone him." Why didn't we do that? We can use the mini Itchies to clone him. And so that's what you'll basically do. You'll be able then to obviously earn to unlock the cloning machine. You place the cloning machine, and of course that unlocks Scratchy. So we finally get Scratchy right at the end. And he'll be all happy and all nice, and then Itchy will kill him. So that will be what happens. And then of course Act 3 has its own little mini game as well. So we have the bear cage, which is of course a cage where Scratchy's put in and he's eaten when he's filled with honey. We have the farmer's market, which actually could be a building. Yeah, I'd say it's a building. It could be a building. Pretty cool looking. And finally, we have the just married car. So yeah, that's cool. No non-playable, unfortunately, but there you go. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. There's actually going to be some community prizes. So basically, I know I'm stretching this out loads, but basically the community prizes, you go into friends' towns and you leave reviews. So of course, you basically go, you find their BuzzFad, and then you like sort of leave a review of their town or whatever. Actually, yeah, review their town. Screw it. You can review their town, not their cartoons. And it doesn't really matter what review you leave. Like you get a 1 star, you get a 5 star, you get a 3 star, whatever. It will say like your friend gave you 3 stars, your friend gave you 5 stars. It doesn't matter. You earn the same regardless. But it'd just be a funny little thing. I'm not too sure about this. The Nazi steamroller, I just call it. Of course, Scratchy gets steamrolled by a mini Hitler on a steamroller. I think there'll be an issue with the swastika. Of course, Germany doesn't really, because it's the same thing with it's the same problem with Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty can't put swastikas in its multiplayer because of places like Germany. I'm not sure. I'm pretty there's other countries, but Germany's the best one to talk about. Of course, Germany counts video games as toys, so it physically is not legally allowed to put swastikas on toys. Tapped Out would also, I think, fall under that same category. So I think they might maybe just have to have it so it's a rug. And it's just a rug, just a red rug, and Hitler's not on it. I think that will be the best solution for that. But whatever. We have this volcano, big volcano. I don't know. They could give us this. I'm not too bothered about that though. They could ditch this, to be honest. Or maybe they can make it like a little volcano. We have the restaurant. This is just a restaurant, or just call it the restaurant. And the final prize, I'm not going to say like it's an amazing final prize. And I think sometimes with community prizes, you feel like, this is why I didn't like Zootroy, because Zootroy was one of the community prizes, and he was really pretty lackluster, and I didn't like him, and I felt it was a bit of a downer. But the annoying duck, I don't know. He'd be a coolish last prize, and of course he'd be tasked. So let's look at some tasks. Okay, so of course these are all the playables, just to recap you. So we have Itchy, we have Scratchy, we have Poochie, we have Lieutenant Bulldog, we have the Zebra Referee, we have Master Cat, we have June, we have the Steamboat Itchy, we have Mrs. Scratchy, we have Scratchy Jr., we have Itchy Jr., we have the annoying duck, and we have Roger Myers Sr. And then non-playables, we have the cow, we have the rabbit. Okay, sorry. This rabbit, this parking maiden rabbit, basically when you tap her, she's going to whip out a thing and start writing. She'd actually be unlocked here. Sorry, I forgot to mention. She'd be the final minigame prize. I was thinking there was something missing here. Yeah, that's what she's from. Sorry. So yeah, when you tap her, she'll basically start writing on her little thing. She's another non-playable. Anyway, moving on. So we have Itchy's task. So Itchy, honestly, these aren't all the tasks. He could have way more. But blow up dynamite for 60 minutes, animated. Set up trap and gas blowing factory for 2 hours. Swing axe for 4 hours, again, animated. throw out safes for 6 hours. Animated, him in that safe building, just chucking out safes. Poses as paramedic for 8 hours. This will be him in the ambulance, like going in and out, so it will be animated. Finally, be defeated for 12 hours. This will be him strapped to the itchy killing device that Scratchy has. Chase Scratchy for 16 hours, just him chasing Scratchy. And then kill Scratchy for 24 hours. And this one will be interesting because I think there could be a different animation each time. That maybe there could be like 10 different animations of ways he kills Scratchy. And then you get like you get treated to a different one each time, basically, which I think would be awesome. And then Scratchy has Swing Axe for 60 minutes. Be a teenager again for 2 hours. This will be him and he's looking like a teenager again, just walking through like he did in that one skit. Be a head in the Hall of Shame for 3 hours. The Hall of Shame built. Basically, this task will be an animation again. The Hall of Shame doors will open and his head will just be sitting there. Compete in 400 meter for 4 hours again over that Olympic stadium sort of thing. Run around with live bomb for 6 hours. Him with a live bomb running around, of course animated. Set up a trap for Itchy for 8 hours. That will be at that trap, of course. Be trapped with bear for 12 hours. That will be in that bear cage. Just looking at the bear, all terrified. Walk around like a spaghetti for 16 hours. You know when he looks a bit like that when like he's just, all of his skin's gone and he looks like he's just a spaghetti monster. That's what I'm thinking. Like just him walking around like that would be awesome. And then try to live a happy life for 24 hours over at the family home. But obviously it doesn't work out for him. And then we have Poochie. Ride bike for 60 minutes while he's obviously doing his basketball. There'll just be him on his bike, you know, sitting on the bike, just like smacking a basketball up and down. Help promote products for 2 hours. This could be probably the quickie mark. Surfs up for 4 hours. Him walking around with his surfboard. Rock out for 6 hours. Him on his guitar. You know, strumming the guitar. Bring Itchy and Scratchy closer for 8 hours. Him, Itchy and Scratchy be earning you loads of cash. And this will be probably in the Brown House, I presume, something like that, or maybe some other building that that's just been added. Maybe one of those homes, actually. Have fun in Firework Factory for 12 hours. Him, obviously, in the Firework Factory. And ride around in car for 24 hours. Him in Itchy and Scratchy's car, or Scratchy's car. Whistle for 60 minutes. This is obviously Steamboat. I haven't got a full set of tasks here. They could probably do with one more task, but Steamboat Itchy, anyway. Whistle for 60 minutes. Him just whistling, walking around. Fight lawsuit for 4 hours over at the courthouse. This is a funny one, because apparently the creators, when they did that skit, they were thinking, this is inevitable, we're going to get a lawsuit over this. Anyway, clean the steamboat of blood for 6 hours over at the steamboat. Ride the steamboat for 12 hours. Him just, maybe there could be a little animation, him on the boat, just like looking like he's riding it. And murder black and white Scratchy, it should be, for 24 hours. Him just killing an imaginary Scratchy that's there, that will just appear, and that's when the Scratchy will appear. We have June. So June sign autographs for 60 minutes. This could be anywhere, really. Maybe the Brown House or something like that. Go to a fan convention for 4 hours. Oh, I don't know what that could be. Maybe town hall or something. I don't know. Something stupid like that. I don't know. That sounds a bit silly. Oh, actually, no, that's better. The sign autographs can be at the Android's dungeon, obviously, and the fan convention could probably be there as well. Attend to lawsuit for 6 hours over at, of course, the courthouse. Stand up for Poochie for 8 hours over at Krusty Lou Studios. Voice Itchy and voice Scratchy. Again, these I feel are kind of bad for people who don't have Krusty Lou Studios, but these two will be Krusty Lou Studio tasks. Oh no, they won't actually. They'll just be in the Itchy and Scratchy Studios. Oh yeah, that would actually be better. Yeah, they'll be in the Itchy and Scratchy Studios. Not too bad then. So we have Roger Myers, Senior. Animate new cartoons for 60 minutes over at the Itchy and Scratchy Studios. Visit kids for 4 hours over at the school. Negotiate cigar ad campaign for 6 hours. This could be like the Brown House or something, I don't know. Be proud of creation for 8 hours over at... this could be him walking around. I don't know, some stupid, maybe something stupid. Visit Son in Studios. This will of course include his son in the studios. And see creations today for 24 hours. This will be him walking with Itchy and Scratchy, all proud. Anyway, Mrs. Scratchy. Picnic with husbands for 60 minutes. This will be actually by a tree where both of them will be sitting down, looking like she is there. Buy furs for 4 hours over that fur shop. Try act revenge on Itchy. Did I tell you about that deal, actually? Did I ever tell you about that deal? Oh yeah, I did tell you about that deal. 140 donuts for both of them. It doesn't matter. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. Yeah. Try act revenge on Itchy for 6 hours. Be blown up for 12 hours. That'll be an animation. Grow old for 24 hours over at our house. Whatever. And then we have the kid. Watch baseball again for 60 minutes with his dad over that baseball thing. Actually, not with his dad. Just on his own. Go after Itchy Jr. for 4 hours. Him just going after Itchy Jr. Plot revenge on Dad's death for 6 hours. This could be anywhere really. Hang out with Dad for 12 hours, him on his shoulders, just walking around, and play catch with Dad for 24 hours. And of course that swing on the swings task as well. As I said, crawl around. So this is Itchy. Itchy Jr. Crawl around for 60 minutes. Be taught how to kill cats for 4 hours. This could be the glass blowing factory or anything really. It could be any building. Train how to murder for 6 hours. Play catch with Scratchy's head. Him and Itchy just literally playing catch with a Scratchy head. Ride combine with Dad. This will be him and Itchy in the combine harvester riding it. Anyway, Master Cat, worship in temple for 60 minutes, obviously in the temple. Carry sword for 4 hours, him carrying his sword around. Make sure temple is holy for 6 hours, this again just be in the temple. Sharpen swords for 8 hours in the temple. Train Scratchy for 12 hours, again in the temple. And then kill Scratchy for 24 hours, him murdering Scratchy just in the middle of town. Lieutenant Bulldog, man his vessel for 60 minutes. This will be, of course, in USS Unsinkable. Make deal with train the Navy for 4 hours, again in the boat. Make deal with Scratchy, again in the boat. Try to save the ship from sinking, again in the boat. And then die to a mouse, which will be animated. Then we have the referee Zebra. Dribble basketball for 60 minutes, which will be animated. Referee bowling for 4 hours. This could be any bowling alley. Referee school games for 6 hours. This will be at, of course, the school. Referee at stadium for 12 hours. This will be at that kind of Olympic style looking stadium. And then referee Itchy's murder for 24 hours. Him refereeing, just walking around blowing a whistle at Itchy. I don't know, something stupid like that. And then finally, the final character. I'm exhausted, so let's just do this. The Annoying Duck. Buy popcorn for 60 minutes over at the Quickie Mart. Annoy people at Aztec for 4 hours over at the Aztec Theatres. Annoy people at the Googleplex Theatres for 6 hours over at the Googleplex Theatres. Annoy people at the Drive-In, which is at the Drive-In Theatre, for 8 hours. And then laugh to be annoying him walking around just going, just looking like he's laughing. And then be murdered by both Itchy and Scratchy for 24 hours. This will include both Itchy and Scratchy. And they will be murdering the poor guy in the streets. So yeah. That, my friends, is the Itchy and Scratchy Show event. I hope you've enjoyed. I know this video was long, so I'm going to cut it here. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I think this would be awesome. But like I said, I'd prefer it if they did Krusty Land 2 and added these characters. But this, I'm not completely. I wouldn't be completely annoyed if they did this, to be honest. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.